So your Dallas Stars lineup: line one, Jason Robertson, Rupe Hintz, Joe Pavelski; line two, Mason Marchment, Matt Duchene, Evgeny Dadonov; line three, Jamie Benn, Wyatt Johnston, Logan Stankoven; and line four, Sam Steele, Radek Faksa, and Craig Smith. Defense pairings: your first pairing is Thomas Harley and Miro Heiskanen; Ryan Suter and Chris Tanev on the second pairing; Esa Lindell and Nils Lundqvist on the third pairing. And your goalies are Jake Ottinger and Scott Wedgwood. Alrighty. This is going to be fun from an injury standpoint. Alright, your Vegas Golden Knights lineup. Line one. I'm so happy you're reading injuries on this one.
The irony.
All right, Vegas Golden Knights, line one, Ivan Barbashev, Jack Eichel, Jonathan Marchessault. Line two, Paul Cotter, Thomas Hertl, Pavel Dorofeyev. Line three, Brett Howden, William Karlsson, Michael Amadio. Line four, Jonas Rondberg, Nicholas Roy, Keegan Polisar. And defense pairings, pairing one, Noah Hanifin and Nicholas Hague. Pairing two, Braden McNabb and Shea Theodore. And pairing three, Zach Whitecloud, Alec Martinez. And your goalies are Logan Thompson and Aiden Hill.
All right, returning from death for the third year in a row, we may have Mark Stone. Well, there's game one, game two, game three. He'll be in there at some point. And I'm saying death because he has been revived for 3 years in a row. Alex Pietrangelo just has an illness. He'll be there for game one, I'd imagine. Chandler Stephenson is out Tuesday, but he's day-to-day. Will probably be playing game one. William Carrier is not going to travel for 2 games, so he is also questionable for game one. Anthony Mantha out on Tuesday, considered day-to-day, so he is also potential for game one as well. You might see a whole completely different lineup in game one.
So for Dallas and Vegas, I think that Dallas kind of got screwed over a little bit because they were by far the best team in the Western Conference, consistency-wise and on paper, and they end up getting the cheating rascals. So I still think Dallas wins this pretty convincingly, but I think this is going to be a harder test than they anticipated going into the first round. Like when you're the best team in the West, you're kind of hoping for like a breeze in the first round, or at least someone that you know you can like handle. But the problem with Vegas is we have no idea what kind of level they're going to be playing at coming into the playoffs. For any team, like they could be how they were in the regular season, or they could be how they were in the playoffs last year, and no one really knows because we don't know what level Mark Stone's at. We don't know which goalie's going to be playing well because they've kind of been flip-flopping all year. And some of their players have gotten older, and we're trying to see like what they have left in the tank. And honestly, Thomas Hertl as well. He's a great player, but he's like 3 games into playing after missing pretty much the whole season. So we don't actually know what kind of impact he's going to make. Where Dallas, we know pretty much everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I would say that Thomas Hertl is coming back and he's going to be rusty. I would say if Mark Stone comes back, he's also going to need some time to like get back into game form. I know that with Dallas, they have all the firepower right now, and they have, I think they match up. I think that I would say even like line by line, Dallas probably matches
line by line. They take it easy for sure.
They take it easy.
Yeah.
I'm just not 100% sure that this is a Dallas win.
Well, yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. I would still probably go lean towards them. I'm not, because how can you count Vegas out in any series? Like, I would say with Vegas, they're gonna like even more so. They're gonna try to beat up on Dallas.
I don't know. I think that just based on what we see as their teams this year, disregarding the past, like Dallas is as deep or deeper on forwards, but they have way more firepower, like in terms of superstar firepower. Where Vegas has Eichel, who is like a point per game player, but then they have like a bunch of like really good second liners to really good third liners, where Dallas has a bunch of really good second and third liners, but then they have Robertson, Pavelski, and Hintz.
Yeah.
They have Ben and Sagan who are playing at a high level again. They have Wyatt Johnston, Mason Marchment, Dadonov, whoever else. I can't even remember their whole team, to be honest.
And also a lot of their players like Sagan, Ben, if he's in form, Pavelski, these are playoff performers as well.
Precisely, yeah. That's the other thing I was going to say. Like we've seen a bunch of Dallas's players perform in the playoffs, and now they've just gotten better too. So like we make all these comments about Vegas having all this stuff that they add at the deadline plus experience, but then Vegas also added the best defensive defenseman at the deadline in Chris Tanev, who's looked amazing in Dallas as well. They have a goalie that's performed in the playoffs, and they have all the depth in the world with a bunch of young talent plus a bunch of young talent plus guys that have performed in playoffs. So I think for me, this is pretty cut and dry.
Yeah. I think also X factor in this one, Robertson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because we're
He got
seeing,
going in the playoffs, but he was bad at the start.
yes. Yeah. So if he turns it on against Vegas too, and like they have that added, then yeah, then I think this is gonna be really tough for Vegas.
The thing is, even if Robertson doesn't perform, they have Hintz, Pavelski, Ben, Sagan, Mason Marchment, Johnston, Duchesne. Duchesne was the guy I forgot.
Yeah, Duchesne.
Dadonov. And then defensively, I still give it to Dallas. They have one of the best decors in the league with Haskin and Lindell, Tanev, Suter, like with Ottinger and net. There's no question marks anywhere for Dallas.
Yeah,
where there's a lot of question marks for Vegas, whether people like it or not.
Yeah, and the other thing, well, yesterday I put on the game a bit, like for like a few minutes, the Vegas game. I saw Marchessault was playing and stuff. I don't know if they rested anyone yesterday. I don't think they would have, considering
They didn't.
they didn't rest anyone, right? Yeah, so I don't how they lost 4-1. I don't.
Yeah, against the Ducks.
Huh?
They had the Cutter Goche magic. He played his first game yesterday.
Yeah. So nah, they could have gone into a series versus Edmonton, and now they got that. Oh man.
Yeah.
That was a win they needed.
Yeah.
All right. What's your prediction?
I'm probably a little bit more Dallas heavy on this one than probably more other people. I'm going Dallas in 5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Dallas in 7.
Fair. And our man that isn't here, Evan, picked Dallas in 7 as well.